Hey guys, and welcome to our review of Bad Times at the El Royale, directed by Drew Goddard, starring Jeff Bridges, Cynthia Erivo?
Yeah.
I think I got that right. Dakota Johnson, John Hamm, Kaylee Spaney, Lewis Pullman, and Chris Hemsworth. My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here by Tim McGavick.
Oh man,
That's a film.
that's a film.
And Tyler Switolski.
Don't know what that was.
That's very exciting. Tim,
Yes.
can you give us a synopsis
Oh, I sure can.
of Bad Times
Oh, that movie.
at the El Royale?
On the border of California and Nevada lies the once booming hotel, the El Royale, which, on a stormy night, becomes home to a handful of strangers, each with their own private and surprising reasons for seeking refuge. One of my best.
Interesting.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Read it again.
So this is the latest film from Drew Goddard. You guys might know, directed Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, yeah.
Before that was a writer on Lost.
A few episodes of Lost, yeah.
But yeah, it's been a few years. It's been like six years.
Since Cabin in the Woods, yeah.
Did you guys like Cabin in the Woods? You guys see Cabin in the
Love
Woods?
Cabin in the Woods.
I liked it quite a bit.
I did not see it,
It's very good. It's
but
very,
I did want to, though.
It tips the genre on its head, you know?
I
Really?
think it's
Plays
one thing-
around with some motifs.
Interesting. Yeah, because it was on my high on my watch list.
Well, Ty, since you've never seen a Drew Goddard film, what did you think of this original film?
This original film. I liked it, but I had my problems with it.
Interesting.
Yeah. I feel that since there was a lot of jumping back and forth between storylines.
The timeline.
No. I'll get
Very
to
confusing.
that. I'll get to that. But the fact that they were jumping back and forth so much between characters and like in present time and then characters in their past and then they each have their own past kind of thing, like there's
Yeah,
a
it's tough.
lot of time jumping.
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't, like, a lot of performances came off as slightly wooden, like there was not a lot of depth with their present day characters, just because we spend so much time jumping back and forth, we can't really get a feel for them. Like, you kind of knew what their motives were, but it's just like the acting itself, I think, is what the problem was for me.
Interesting. Okay.
So do you think the performances were sort of, you know, the result of the writing?
Yes.
Sort of like the backstory of how the film was structured.
Yeah.
With the jumps.
Yeah.
Interesting. What did you like, though?
What did I like?
Did you like anything about it?
Yeah, I love that single environment kind of film. Like I got a lot of like the free fire vibe from here, Wildfire. Free Fire.
Wildfire.
I got that Free Fire vibe quite a bit in this.
Some Hateful Eight vibe.
A little bit of Hateful Eight vibe.
Sure.
I really enjoyed it. But something about Chris Hemsworth character I couldn't quite figure out, and there's a reason why, and I can't really get into it until spoilers.
Sure.
Were you just sexually aroused?
Oh, he was
whenever you saw
doing
him?
watching him do his best Jack Sparrow impression. I thought was phenomenal.
I think it was when he walked like this.
Yeah, he's like
My
walking
dick moved?
around, like he's like
He's got this muscle, that V muscle.
don't even know what the fuck where that muscle. You have to buy those. I don't know how you get those. Are they up for
He's a
purchase?
special
It
machine.
was, in all seriousness,
Amazon Prime?
It was a little bit distracting. I don't know if this is necessary. Like what? This cult leader guy, like fucking worked out 5 times a week? I don't understand.
But he wants he wants to be seen as a sexual object that
I
leads this cult is the word. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just something about his character though that I found kind of.
You didn't like it.
It's not that I didn't like it. It's just that he kind of.
You didn't understand it.
Yeah, but there's a phrase that best describes it, and it's blanking on me. But you guys go ahead.
I thought it was arousal.
Oh, definitely arousal. But that's separate from what I'm trying to talk about. It was the character wasn't consistent to me.
Oh,
So
inconsistent is the word.
yeah, or was not consistent.
Okay.
But yeah.
In what way though? I want to like.
Okay. Well, you see.
Is it because he's a little bit bipolar? Like how he
Somewhat, yeah. Like
goes from one.
he's
you know,
always
being cool and then to being
He's like very affectionate,
He's-
and then he goes like ultra violent for a bit.
Yeah, see, yeah, well, that I'm okay with. Like, you know, he's like super cool, then he goes into violence, he can control it. So, you know, he's kind of got like there's something wrong upstairs. But then when like there's another scene that happens later on, and what's the black singer's name? What's her name?
Her name is I want to
Darlene. Darlene
Oh,
Sweet.
Darlene Sweet.
Yeah.
Darlene Sweet just starts talking to him and like just breaks him down, and like you just see him like start reevaluating everything as she's talking to him. And it's just like that character trait didn't fit for me, because like if he was as crazy,
That's him getting like shut down.
yeah, like if he was as crazy and as confident and just so out there, this stuff wouldn't hit home for him,
Right.
in my opinion.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah,
It's
that
interesting.
that bugged me.
I definitely, I can't quite pinpoint how I feel yet about that moment. But
Yeah.
yes, I felt something weird in that moment.
Yeah.
I will agree. But overall,
It was enjoyable. I did.
it wasn't
enjoy
enjoyable.
Yeah.
Tim, what did you think?
Of Bad Times at
Yes.
Battle Royale.
That film.
The film we are currently reviewing.
I loved it.
Loved it.
I loved it. Yeah,
Really?
loved it.
Loved it.
Okay.
I love the structure.
Yeah.
Five bang.
I love the original
Yes.
property of it because kept me guessing the whole time. I'm like, I don't know what's
There's
going to
no
happen
existing
next.
property.
I have
There's
no idea. Directing was great. Awesome long takes multiple times in the film. Performances I thought were fantastic. I don't know where you're coming from.
Really?
Yeah, especially Jeff Bridges. He was, I thought, like phenomenal in this movie.
I thought that
There's a couple scenes where I'm like, holy fuck. Like, if this was a more serious movie, like Oscar nom, because I think he is fantastic. Like Best Supporting or something else.
Really?
Yeah, so good. Cynthia Erivo? She's great. She's playing Harriet Tubman and then coming up in a movie coming up soon.
Oh, cool! I can see that. Yeah.
I think her star.
She's also in Widows. I think she's gonna blow up.
Yeah, I think she's gonna blow up. She's
Yeah,
a star.
she's gonna be
She
huge.
was fantastic in this. Yeah, I thought it was great. Chris Hemsworth kind of bugged me a little bit, but
Just
not
his-
enough to detract my rating from the movie. Really.
Just his character. Or
Yeah,
acting?
just his voice. I think threw me off. I'm like, I can't quite tell if that was like a overly consistent accent from him.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
But yeah, I love the structure. I love the mystery of it. I love like the slow burn of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Very long build up with like some very like suspenseful stuff. Yeah, it just kept me guessing. I was in pretty much the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll jump in. I loved it from the first shot
Yeah,
of what's his name?
Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman walking into that hotel room
Very surprising.
in a little prequel, a little sort of setting the tone scene. Like, what's the word? Like a prelude. It's like 10 years before.
Cold open almost.
Yeah. But, yeah, I just loved how it was so original. You know, it's rare.
Yeah.
It's really rare these days to get a movie with, like, this type of ensemble, this size, this caliber of ensemble, and have it be a completely brand new, IP.
Yeah.
And
be 2 hours and 20 minutes. Like, that's
Yeah.
staggering.
Yeah.
I don't know how well it's doing at the box office, but because it's always tough, right?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I just think it's great. I think the strength of this film is, just that mystery box thing of what's going on. Like, what are we leading to? Like, what is the culmination here? And just learning about all these characters. Each character has another side to them. Like, each character you think might be this, and then they're actually this. You know what I mean?
Figure it out, yeah.
And like literally every character.
Yeah. There's the face of the character, and then there's what behind it. Like
Right.
there's always
And just learning about that. And you guys mentioned, Jeff Bridges and Cynthia Erivo, which I thought they were fantastic. But also I thought Louis Pullman,
Yes,
The,
the
like,
maintenance guy.
yeah,
He's great.
I thought he was really good.
I haven't seen him before. I loved him.
I know I've seen him in something, but I couldn't
Bill
pinpoint
Pullman's son, I believe.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Damn.
I'm kind of like Bill Pullman.
Yeah, actually, I could see that.
Yeah, he was really great. And there's like a scene at the end, like a flashback with
Yeah.
him, and I was like, oh
Devastating.
fuck.
Yeah.
As I didn't love him before that, like just
was-
as a
he was
character,
good.
I thought he was good, but his character, I was
Yeah.
like, I'm kind of lukewarm on his character.
Then once you find out his,
But then
oh,
backstory, I'm like, oh my god.
and he just
And then
dominates.
he
He
Yeah.
dominates any scene after
Yeah,
that.
that was great. Without spoiling it, I thought that was great.
So good.
And yeah, just the amount of twists. Like I think that's one of the main strengths of this film is just, you think, and again, tying with the characters, you assume one thing, and you get something else. Especially there's a scene where someone attacks another person, and it sort of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Our theater loved it.
Yeah.
When that happened, they were all like, what?
And there's a couple other things that really surprised me that I didn't expect. There's a couple things that didn't surprise me. Like, certain characters you look at, their initial thing, like their initial outlook as a character, you're like, okay, that's not actually what you are.
Yeah, that's not who you are.
Like, there's no way.
Like John Hamm?
Yeah. John Hamm, but also Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's too obvious. That's a little bit of a caricature.
Yeah.
That's a disguise.
Yeah, which is fine. It's like,
yeah,
that's clearly what they're trying to do.
That's what you'd expect, but some characters didn't, right? Like, Lewis Pullman. Dakota Johnson, kind of, you don't know what's going on there. And Cynthia Erivo. They get a nice little cameo there from Xavier Dolan as the, like, greasy studio guy.
Yeah.
Which part was this, sorry?
Cynthia's flashback. In Darlene's flashback. The British.
Oh, yeah.
He just plays this, like, grimy dude.
Yeah. Gross.
But it's just weird because he's, like, this, like, indie Canadian, like, Quebec auteur, and he's, like...
He has a French-Canadian accent?
Well, yeah, he, like, grew up in Montreal. He did French movies.
His English accent was very good.
He went for it.
Yeah, I was, like, entranced by his voice.
Yeah. Anyways, just overall, I love the movie. I thought the cinematography was great as well.
Yeah.
No, a lot of really cool shots, I think.
Yeah,
really
cool
awesome
shots.
stuff.
I was reading something actually about this film that it was really hard for them to maintain or they just had to be more cognizant of it, but maintaining the continuity. Because the whole film takes place over like 12 hours or like 16 hours or something.
Yeah.
And so, but the shoot was like 3 months. So you have to maintain, I kind of have to shoot it in order. And they had to sort of maintain the set.
Yeah.
So that nothing changed continuity-wise, because it was only like such a short period of time.
Yeah.
In the movie. And
no, is this a real place? Do we know the El Royale?
No.
It's based off a real hotel. It's not an actual real hotel.
Yeah, it's not. But it's an interesting idea. Like, one half you can drink is the bar, and one half is the casino.
Yeah, because you can't do one and the other. Like, that's pretty cool.
It's kind of fun. But yeah, maybe we should give her ratings and discuss some spoilers, because I think that's kind of where the meat of this movie is. I'm gonna give it. Shit, this is hard.
This is a hard one.
This is hard. I'm gonna go solid. It's a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it.
1 5.
What?
I loved it, man. Yeah, I loved it. Loved it.
Is it heavy 4?
It's a 5, man. There's not much wrong with this movie.
Let me think about what I thought was wrong with the movie, and it might be heavy 4.
Yeah.
Ty?
I need a minute.
No. You're going like 3? Are you gonna like just?
I have to process your 5 right now.
Oh fuck! Didn't see that coming.
If I had,
I think Cabin in Woods might be a 5 too, or like a heavy 4 or something.
Hold on.
And that's a 4 for me.
If I had to rate this, it would probably be.
You have to.
So I do have to rate it.
You
Okay.
have to,
So since I have to rate this,
your rating is
a 4.
Oh, you loved it.
Loved it.
Yeah,
You loved it as much as Scott.
this could have potentially been a 5 for me.
I thought you would get 5.
Yeah,
This movie.
like when I saw the trailers and everything, I really wanted this to be a 5.
Well, fair warning if you haven't seen
Whoa, what was? Are you changing your rating? Or are you
Bad
keeping it the same?
Times. That's probably heavy 4.
So a little loosey goosey with it.
Yeah, can you give us a firm answer?
I wasn't ready for the rating. Okay, I hadn't thought about it.
You brought up the ratings.
You went first. You never go first. I don't know why. No, you always go first.
I always go first.
Yeah,
That's why I was put on the spot, and I just
attention
picked a number.
3 years.
surprised I'm even here.
I did really like this movie, but fair warning: if you haven't seen the film, we're going to be discussing spoilers. What?
What's your firm answer?
Heavy 4.
It's heavy 4.
Heavy 4. Okay.
Fucking relax.
No, we can't move on until we get a firm answer.
He's right.
Thank you.
Spoiler warning. Okay. I I mean, I guess the obvious thing we could mention about the hotel itself, that there's like this like, was it in the trailer? I feel like it might have been in the trailer.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't.
That could have been way
How
better reveal.
They're like, you can like spy. There's like,
so essentially this
mirror is
hotel
the
used to
window.
be a go-to spot for a lot of like famous people or senators. So there's like a back hallway that led past all the rooms, and all the mirrors were double-sided mirrors. And this maintenance guy was told by his bosses, like, "Oh, hey, you have this guest coming in. Set up a camera because they're going to do some nefarious stuff in that room. We want to blackmail them, essentially."
And you know what? I'm going to jump in here with a little fun fact on two-way mirrors. This might save your life.
Oh, I've seen this on Facebook
Yeah.
recently.
So if you're looking at a mirror and you put your finger up to the mirror, and if it's a two-way mirror, your fingers will touch. If it is not a two-way mirror, when you put it up there, you will see a noticeable gap between where your finger is and the mirror image of your finger. That's a real mirror. Two-way mirror. Remember,
Tip for the viewers.
might save your life. Ty's tips.
These people should have taken that test.
They did not.
They did not.
No.
So shit went down.
First thing I do whenever I go into any room with a mirror.
I just really like, the time structure. I know it probably fucked you up.
It did jump
I loved
a
it.
bit. and
But
it
the
confused
time
me.
structure of John Hamm, it works for the CIA.
Actually, he was an appliance vacuum salesman.
Secretly, he works for the CIA.
There you go.
Masquerading as a vacuum salesman. Is he trying to get the tape? Is that his goal?
No, the hotel's been defunct, I guess. So the CIA has realized that they've left a bunch of their recording devices.
Oh, so it's the CIA that was recording.
Some of it. So when he was like going through his room, he had two different mics. He had the like little round mics. He was also finding the square mics. I don't know which one was which, but he was only tasked to like pull out the CIA stuff.
Yeah.
And then while doing that, he found out like
The black ones.
some other company was
Oh, I
recording
see.
as well,
Yeah.
and that led him into finding out. He's like, "Oh, there's more than just our stuff here. There's other things that have been
The
happening."
black ones
I see.
weren't theirs. The little one, ones coming out with like the little circles on the
Yeah.
end. Those were the CIA ones.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that a lot of those answers, all those questions weren't answered.
Mm-hmm.
At least for me. Like what was on that tape? You know?
You can-
I
That's
have my
that's the
theory.
thing.
they
and
allude,
that's the beauty
they
of
allude
it.
to some stuff.
They do, but nothing concrete.
Nothing concrete, no.
If I had to guess,
Like who?
JFK, Marilyn Monroe.
That's very specific.
Because there's a historical context for it, where he was rumored to have had an affair with her,
Right.
and then in the thing, they're like, "Oh, is that who I think it is?
Yeah.
He's dead. Why would
even care?
Because it's him."
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. He's dead. I
And
know
like-
he's
never-
JFK, which I understood,
Yeah.
but like I didn't know Marilyn Monroe was like a thing.
Oh yeah. It was like that's like the number one scandal with like JFK was he had a long-standing affair with Marilyn Monroe.
Rumored.
Rumored.
Don't you dare assume.
Rumored.
But yeah, I just like that the timelines and how, one thing happens and then you sort of rewind and then you sort of witness it from a different point of view.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
I did like Darlene Sweet's kind of backstory where like she was singing. She was a little off at one point, and then that gentleman with the entrancing voice came in and started talking about how if you give me one night, I can make you as famous as you ever could be. If you don't, you're going to end up singing diners at Reno.
Right.
Fast forward, I'm going to sing at a diner in Reno. So I thought that was kind of cool. She held her own character, her character held her integrity, and took the hard path.
I just
Respect.
love the
Her singing is great too.
Oh, so good. I just love the
She's great.
so many like just illusions, not illusions, but they're like I guess they're illusions. They allude to further things that are happening like either simultaneously or later in the movie. Like when John Hamm first finds that hallway, he's walking past and you see Jeff Bridges like ripping up carpets. You're like, oh fuck, he knows that there's money buried there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think he walks past again and you see Jeff Bridges like in like a trance, and then you find out why he's in a trance.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the
Like
singing.
yeah, you just see things and you like that part gets explained later. It's like I love just like the whole mixing of it all. It's great.
Yeah, just how the timelines are all messed up. I love that because I love figuring it out.
Yeah.
Right? I like making those connections
Yeah.
during the movie.
Like,
I'm like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
And like the whole like poisoning thing, like when you thought like you got 2 drinks for him and Darlene, like then you started popping one out. I was like, interesting.
I was like, no, I really like this character. I don't want him to be like a really terrible dude.
That's what I thought.
But then she smashes him with the wine ball out of nowhere,
Yeah.
which is that surprising thing that I didn't see coming.
Yeah.
And
I saw it with James in the theater when that happened. James went, "Whoa!" Like he did not see it coming at all. Look at
took me by
the
surprise.
spike on that. But yeah, it was ridiculous. Like he
Shocked.
very funny. Very
that was crazy.
very shocked by that.
So, you guys want to talk about Chris Hemsworth? Like, what? Anything like specifically about him? Like, I wasn't a huge fan of the accent.
I wasn't a huge fan of his accent, unless it's like very
Specific
to like a certain region of California. But it just seemed a little bit off. It just seemed like he seemed like a goofball.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if it fit. I don't know if like everyone else sort of fit.
He could have just done like his Australian accent.
He was like kind of, I don't know, outside of everyone else.
Yeah.
And sort of kind of threw everything off a little bit. But I didn't hate him.
No. See, I still like his character.
The one, so like, I'm just gonna circle back to the problem I had with him.
Yeah,
was that as soon as like they had her tied down and everything, and Darlene went on and started like breaking him down. Like throughout the entire movie, he's built up as this cult leader who is very confident, egotistical, has his train of thought, and nothing can break that. You know what? Like this is who he is, and he's on
conviction. Yeah,
he's on top of everyone else. And so there's this lady that he ties up, and she's just sitting there, and she just starts talking to him, and you see like in his eyes he starts to realize that, oh shit, you know, maybe she's right, she's hitting this nail on the head pretty well. But to me, if his character was true, he would have just listened and gone like, no, see, here's where you're not getting it, and he would have just flipped it on.
Yeah, he had this weird moment of vulnerability.
Yeah, which I did not like.
Whereas his character probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I guess it's just another way that the movie's kind of subverted, like, your expectations, right?
Yeah.
I liked it because it's like, I'd probably argue that Cynthia is like the main character, probably. She's in most of it.
Cynthia,
yeah.
Darlene?
Yeah. Like, it kind of almost begins and finishes with her character.
Her and Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
Basically.
So I'm like, he's just come across this woman that he's like never experienced a woman who's like that strong before,
Mm-hmm.
and like wasn't expecting her to like throw him for the loop like that.
Yeah, I guess so. If all he's ever attracted is just like those weak-minded kind of sheep.
It's interesting though, because Darlene is the only character that maybe I haven't thought this through. That
she's not there for like a.
She doesn't have a nefarious purpose.
Yeah.
Everyone else has like. Either Jeff Bridges is going for the money, or John Hamm is, CIA.
Cleaning up the CIA's.
Yeah, there's some sketchy shit there, right? Even Louis Pullman, is like addicted to like
heroin.
Some opiate, heroin.
Yeah.
And
she's just there to practice.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth, Dakota Johnson, obviously the whole kidnapping
her
thing.
sister.
Everyone has not good motives.
Yeah.
But she's very pure, I guess.
The bright light, I guess.
Yeah. So kind of, it ends rightfully. I think a solid ending as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I was happy to see Jeff Bridges make it
alive
to the end. I thought that was a great moment right at the very end in the club.
I also did like her not wearing her wig when she was singing, because like you saw the wig as like a piece of comfort that she wore, like how Sia wears her wig.
I think
comfortable.
It's almost more like not metaphor, but like a way to do what is expected.
Yeah.
She's trying to make it in the industry, and how she was like a backup singer, and
mm-hmm.
She had the hairpiece and everything, but it wasn't like her.
Yeah.
Being herself.
So I thought it was a great moment when she like the light came on, boom, just her hair, fantastic, beautiful.
I love I love like the 2 or 3 like long shots of her singing that we got.
Yeah, great,
fantastic.
What'd you guys think about what's his name? Who was watching? Was it John Hamm? No. Jeff Bridges was
Dakota Johnson.
Right.
I was nervous, man.
Yeah, that was
at that point. She had already gunned down John Hamm, and I was like, "This chick is crazy."
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm afraid Cynthia's just gonna get like blown away at any point. I'm like, I'm scared.
But they like coordinated to like stomp with the
clap with the.
The only thing I wasn't sure that like logically was like how would they know that she was watching?
They didn't. They were just guessing.
But then as soon as like she walked away, they were like they stopped caring. But like how did they know she walked? away?
No, they kept doing it the whole time.
They kept doing it the whole time.
But like she walked away. I don't know.
She walked away.
Like a moment.
And, like she would just clap, like when she was walking away, just to hide the sound. But like just to make it look like nonchalant, she'd walk back and forth. But like she was singing the whole time though.
Yeah. Anyways, there's a moment where like Dakota Johnson like turns it off and like walks away.
Yeah.
But like, was she still singing after that?
Yeah.
All right, you told me. You told me on it. Okay.
Fine, back off.
I thought that was a little ingenious though. The like hammer strike with the claw.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was cool.
Yeah. Awesome.
Anything else specific you guys want to mention?
No,
That'll do it for our review of Bad Times at the El Royale. Check it out if you want in theaters. It's great. We all loved it.
Loved it.
I loved it.
Give it a
Tim,
4. Where can people find us?
People can find us on Twitter, UpReal8. You can find me personally on Letterboxd at UpRealTim and on Instagram at TheCraftBundant.
You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram at UpReal8 Podcast. You know, also Instagram. Okay. What did I say?
Instagram.
Instagram.
If you want to see instant photos of your grandmothers, you can find them on Instagram. And you can find us at UpReal8 on Instagram.
That's Instagram. Like Instagram.
Okay, so apparently there's
You
two
can find
social
myself,
network
Scott,
sites.
on Letterboxd at UpRealScott. And if you do like this video, leave a like on it. Leave a comment below in the comment section. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, keep it real.